Well, actually, I've been amazed. I was at the beginning. I was mayor, and Joe and his dad came up to the mayor's office and talked about they wanted to open a brewery in La Crosse and at the bodega in the basement there. And I was gung-ho 100% for it because at that point, that little mom-and-pop brewery we had down the street, Heileman's, was going down. And it was going to be nice to have a brewery in La Crosse because it is part of La Crosse's history. So I was real excited about it. The growth since then, obviously from a very, very small beginning in the basement of the bodega to what it is today, has been a true success story. I've watched it up close and even from a distance, and I'm amazed. I'm very happy for you guys and for the city of La Crosse.
Sure, it's been really exciting. La Crosse is a beer town. Wisconsin is a beer state. And the idea of building kind of a craft beer here 20 years ago was really new and novel. Not a lot of people were doing it.
The growth for Pearl Street has been awesome. And
Pearl Street's been always just such a local supporter, which is kind of shows how awesome of a local community we have too, is that a brewery like that is able to strive and keep growing. As well as the waterfront restaurant too. We wouldn't be able to survive without those local businesses that support everybody.
Well, it's been phenomenal, and it's really, I think, just a great testament to all of the people that work at Pearl Street Brewery and just the support that I hear and see around the community.
We're so proud of Pearl Street Brewery because of its growth and the product line and what it's done for the community too with regard to outreach. And then your charitable and community stewardship work is remarkable too. So that growth has been very admirable, and I think a lot of people look at Pearl Street Brewery with admiration because of the risks that you've taken and how you've grown the business and that you maintain a very well thought of product too.
Well, the Pearl Street Brewery has been a tremendous addition to the city of La Crosse and the greater La Crosse area. It's become a destination. It's part of the reasons that people come here. We have these beer festivals now, and Pearl Street is just always on top of the game.
Opening the tap room has allowed really craft breweries are becoming destinations.
People want to drink local. They want to get literally the taste of what's going on. And I think for an enterprise like the Pearl Street Brewery, people want to know and see and understand how that's made, and I do think that is a big driver for bringing people here, and especially when you combine it with music and other fun events, it really is a great, just it builds upon itself.
Word gets around, and that's how a lot of times tourism can be impacted, and to have that type of a local product made with La Crosse's name on it is really important.
it's always great to support local, support the small businesses around you, whether it's dining out or the beer you drink or the stores you frequent and the products you buy. Buying local helps the community and helps us become stronger and grow as a community.
It's easier to do business with a local company. Customers always ask what's local on our menu, and it's an all-around good thing for both parties.
There's really been a movement locally and recently about locally prepared foods or beverages or local products, and it is that connection with processors and people knowing, for example, the farmers and where their food comes from, here the ingredients. So if you can meet the apple orchard owner of the ingredients that they are using from across the river in La Crescent, and that pride of that. And I had the opportunity to meet that apple orchard farmer, and he was excited about the cider beer.
We've always been a big supporter of as much local product as we can use. Pearl Street's been on our tap handle since day one. We've always tried to include Pearl Street on as much stuff as we can do here. But as far as local goes, we can always support each other as much as we can. We try to use all as local food that we can, but as much local beer and spirits as well that we can use always is a good thing.
It really makes La Crosse a special place.
It's extremely important to us because, as you know, economic development over the course of the last, say, 50 years, there's been a lot of debate about what good economic development is, and the real cutting edge thought on economic development is its best when it's organic and it's grown from grassroots elements.
We've had Pearl Street product on tap since as long as I can remember. I believe we were one of the first ones to have Downtown Brown on tap, and it's been there ever since. I don't think the locals would allow us to take it off tap if we even wanted to, which we don't. Giving back to the community that Pearl Street does is awesome, and it's inspiring, and it inspires us to help in ways that we may not have otherwise.
Well, I have extra pride since I was at the beginning, meeting Joe and his dad and tapping that first keg and cutting that ribbon. But I've been very, very pleased to see the growth, and I think almost everybody in this area loves to see Pearl Street do so well. See that truck come down the street, go into Festival Foods and see that beer lined up there, and people putting it into their grocery carts.
I think something that is really special about Pearl Street Brewery and the Sprout Foundation is you really care about the community and you want to give back, and the idea of, we all do better when we all do better, and you have been very generous in sharing that success with our community.
Yeah, so Pearl Street has been really big in that. It's actually really neat to go on and look at the Sprout for Kids Foundation and watch how much they've been able to donate back to the community through that. Been able to see what they've done down at the Moon Tunes thing and how much money they've given back to the community. But Pearl Street's always been a huge supporter of the local community, and we can't thank them enough for doing that.
Well, I hope that this Pearl Street Brewery continues to grow and prosper, that you hire more people, that you create more beer brands.
Well, we look forward to another 20 years.
Yeah, I sure hope that it's another 20 years that we get to actually sit down and do this again. It'd be awesome. I definitely see that happening.
I wish you all the best. It has been an incredible run up to this point, and the plans and what you're looking to do for the next 20 years and beyond, I think are pretty significant and very phenomenal.
Yeah, we wish Pearl Street the best of luck. Hopefully many more years to come, and cheers to 20 years of beers.
Cheers to 20 years of beers.
Cheers for 20 years of more beers. Go Pearl Street.
Cheers to Pearl Street Brewery, 20 years of beers. Yeah, buddy.
Cheers to 20 years of beers.
Yeah, cheers to 20 years of beers from the city of La Crosse.
Cheers to 20 years of Pearl Street Brewery success. Congratulations.